Hey everybody, so as you probably know, the Tankifund is fully unlocked. Now you don't actually get the rewards for another 16 days, but that means you have 16 days to go ahead and buy into the Tankifund. It's kind of funny, we're at 18 million for the Tankifund, by far the best we've been in like 2 years. I remember like the second or third Tankifund, they actually added more rewards. The only reason I doubt they're going to do it this time is because it hit like 50 to 60 million during that third Tankifund, so they just wanted to do it for hype. The booster rewards are also pretty cool, but I mean, you have to buy a full booster per, which I think is like 1,000 tank coins, so probably not going to get it myself. But today we're looking at the 2 augments you can get in the Tankifund, just kind of show you if you want to actually get the Tankifund still. The first augment is of course Hornet Excelsior, which is the same for every single hole in the game. It's a pretty good augment though, it gives you 30% increased health, 10% increased top speed, 15% more power, 15% more acceleration, and 15% turning acceleration, meaning you're overall like 10 to 15% faster, and you have 30% more health, so pretty nice there. And then the second augment in the Tankifund is Hammer Boxer, a single shot per clip, but the impact force is significantly boosted. So basically think Blunderbuss, but much heavier impact force, and overall better than Blunderbuss. You can see the statistics here. Your clip reload is 62% faster, your pellets per shot are increased by 50%, and your impact force is increased by 40%. So overall, just kind of a better Blunderbuss. Let's go ahead and hop in the game though and just give it a shot. All right, now one reason I really like the Excelsior augments in Tanki Online is for like the last year or so, I've been asking Tanki to please increase the amount of health every single hole has. And luckily with these Excelsior augments, you get a 30% increase. Okay, so this augment is definitely a very, very up close augment. Not gonna probably work well on long range maps. But let's see, this map should be pretty good. Per shot, 1800 damage. That reload is just insanely fast. Like just keep left click down and you're shooting almost as fast as default hammer. So it's pretty nice. The impact force is also pretty big. I'm pretty sure there was more impact force when this augment was initially in the game, because if you guys didn't know, this is the old version of the Phoenix augment, but they ended up changing most of the Phoenix augments after release. So the augment is just changed, but they wanted to use the statistics of the old Phoenix augments because you might as well put them to use. So they ended up just creating a hammer augment for it. I know a lot of people complain that they just kind of reused the Phoenix attributes for normal augments, but I mean, if they're going to change the Phoenix augments, as long as the Phoenix augments aren't like much worse, I don't see it being like the end of the world that they're reusing the augment attributes. At least they're going to use them, you know. They're not just going to put them to no use at all. And this augment's honestly pretty fun. It's pretty cool. I'm a big small to medium map enjoyer, so any augment that lets me get up close and personal a bit more, I just enjoy a lot more in general. Okay, what is going on? Okay, that was very funny looking. Dude, the reload is so fast. If you get up in their face, you can just pummel into them. I mean, it's definitely a good augment. What's like the last augment Tanki added that was just the most OP augment? Was that like Tesla shock therapy? Was that like the last really, really good one? That's like the only one I can really think of. Okay, okay. All right, reload. Oh, this guy's 50 prot against both hammer and critical damage, so that was rough. But I think Tanki's definitely slowed down with making every single new augment the best of the best. Now this is a good augment, but in no means is it near, or is it like 5 times as good as the current augments that we have in the game that are good. I like it when they don't just make the newest augment the most broken thing ever, and then for the next week you have to worry about people who get that new augment until they finally nerf it 2 weeks later. I like it much better when they release augments that are already balanced, rather than releasing super OP augments and having to down tune it a little bit like a week or 2 later. So I do like that this augment is good, but it's not super over tuned right off the bat. Now it's up to you guys to let me know about it, but it's like the similar range as shock therapy, and I'd say the time to kill is a little bit slower than shock therapy, but you have a little bit more range, so it kind of equals out a little bit. Also, I think we're just destroying them. I'm lucky I got a good team here. Matchmaking is so inconsistent with your teams though. That's like one of my biggest complaints about matchmaking in Tanki right now, is half of your games just aren't fun because your team is bad. So whenever I play, I usually end up trying to re-queue 3 to 4 times before I find a battle that I can actually do well in. There's no way I'm playing out a full battle where I'm just gonna get destroyed the entire game. That's just not fun at all. I like how my press account is like 6 years old now. I've had the press account for a long time. I guess I'll collect free rewards on my press account. Sure, I'll take it. I wish I could use the new hammer skin, but unfortunately we don't have it on our press accounts yet. I don't even think it's in the game yet. I'll try it out on a big map, although gosh, big maps are so boring in my opinion. Like I can't wait for Tanki Classic when most of the maps being created are 10v10 and 8v8 maps. Like were people really creating highways that often in old Tanki? it was mainly just noise, silence, Rio, polygon. Like, people really didn't create big maps that much, at least to what I remember. I mean, Monte Carlo was created pretty frequently just because people like to snipe with Shaft, but it'll be interesting when Tanki Classic releases to see what people are playing. Are they going back to the old small maps, or are they sticking with like the big maps that we usually get in Tanki? Okay, what in the lag was that? I easily had that kill, but I don't know if that was... The problem is my Wi-Fi is not the greatest, so I don't know if it's Tanki server lag or my lag half the time. Because Tanki lag definitely isn't, you know, perfect, but I swear it's me more frequently. Okay, this guy is insanely OP. Yeah, I'm not killing him. I mean, just looking at the Tankifund, like, I know we can all buy one Tankifund bundle, so I'll just buy this one on my press account, even though I don't really need it. The last few Tankifunds, we've been allowed to buy one of these bundles on our press account to actually contribute towards the Tankifund, but the Tankifund does not need my help at all when it comes to progressing. I also think this Tankifund's doing really well because a lot of people got free rubies for having their accounts be older than like 2017. So that's a big reason why a lot of people have bought into it. But overall, it's a good Tankifund. You don't have 10 to 15 filler rewards. Every single reward here, apart from like maybe grenades, but these grenades are cool. Like every single reward in the top tier is a good one. Like the worst one is probably 15 normal containers, but I think a lot of people do like having containers. And then 15 of the weekly containers is still like 75,000 crystals and a lot of supplies. So honestly, really good Tankifund, 100% worth getting in. Also 409,000 rubles in the tournament fund, which goes to the winners. How many dollars is that? Wow, that's $5,000. A lot of people have been buying those boosters, I guess. In the last few Tankifunds, it's only been around $1,000 to $2,000 worth in the tournament fund. $5,000? Holy cow. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these augments. Honestly, they're pretty nice. They're not like super OP, but they're good to where they're enjoyable to use and you're not afraid it's going to be nerfed in a week. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about these augments. Are you going to buy into the Tankifund? Have you already? Don't forget to use credit Taspens. I'll see you in a future video. Peace out, everybody.